In a society dominated by conformity, constant validation, and the relentless chase for social approval, the Sigma male stands as a living contradiction, an anomaly that both disrupts and redefines a norm. He doesn't seek acceptance, yet he naturally commands respect. He doesn't perform for attention, yet his mere presence draws it. He doesn't rely on a tribe for his identity, yet his solitude becomes something others envy. This paradox of being powerfully noticeable precisely because he refuses to fit in is what sets the Sigma male apart and makes him both revered and misunderstood. While majority of people are conditioned from an early age to blend in, follow trends, and measure their worth through external recognition, the Sigma male walks a different path. He derives his strength from internal validation. His confidence is rooted in self-awareness, not applause. His independence isn't negotiable because it's the core of who he is. And this authenticity, the decision to reject the unwritten rules of social climbing, challenges the illusions others have built their identities around. Why does this make people uncomfortable? Because his very existence serves as a mirror, one that reflects the fragility of their facades. The Sigma male's refusal to conform silently exposes how much a society's structure depends on insecurity, fear of judgment, and the need to be liked. People admire his strength, but they're unsettled by what it implies about their own dependence on approval. This is why Sigma males often attract imitators, not allies. People try to mimic the surface traits, the calm presence, the mysterious silence, the unbothered demeanor, without doing the internal work it takes to genuinely become self-reliant. They want the appearance of being a Sigma, without paying the cost it demands. In this exploration, we'll uncover why true Sigma energy can't be faked, why society resists it, and how you can tell who's real and who's simply posing. 1. They're proof that you can win without playing the game. The system's silent threat. Society teaches a simple formula. Obey the rules, smile at the right people, network strategically, share curated success online, and you'll rise. This is a performance everyone signed up for except the Sigma male. He opts out of performance entirely. He doesn't scheme to climb ladders, chase followers, or attend every social event for clout. He doesn't hustle for applause. He builds in silence. And somehow, against all odds, he still succeeds. This unsettles people. It feels like he's cheated, but he hasn't. He simply rejected the script and wrote his own. His success forces others to question the validity of the game itself. If someone who refuses to play by the rules can still win, what does that say about the rules? More importantly, what does it say about those who follow them and still feel empty? The Sigma's journey didn't begin with indifference. He had to deprogram himself from years of societal conditioning. He had to endure the sharp sting of loneliness, the disapproval of others, and the anxiety of walking alone. He made peace with being misunderstood. That's what imitators don't grasp. They want the results, the cool aura and the respect, without the internal revolution. 2. People want freedom, but not the cost that comes with it. The romanticization of independence. There's a cultural obsession with independence. Social media is full of mantras like, I don't need anyone, or be your own boss, and do your own thing. The idea of being a lone wolf has been romanticized to the point of cliche. But the reality? True independence is rarely as glamorous as it sounds. Actual freedom means silent nights when no one checks on you. It means making tough decisions with no one there to co-sign them. It's failing without a safety net and confronting your demons without distraction. Freedom comes with responsibility. Total, inescapable responsibility. There's no one else to blame. No audience to applaud you through failure. Just you, your choices, and their consequences. And that's where the imitators fall apart. They love the image of solitude, the leather jackets, the quiet cafes, the smoldering glances, but they crumble under the weight of real independence. They want the mystique of the Sigma male, without the psychological fortitude. But Sigma males don't just survive alone, they evolve in it. Solitude is their training ground. Silence is their sanctuary. And discipline is their language. 3. Most people don't actually want depth, they want the aesthetic of it. The illusion of deep. In today's hyper-curated world, depth has become a trend, a fashionable illusion worn like a carefully chosen outfit. Social media is full of moody Instagram captions hinting at pain and introspection. Books by philosophical authors displayed more for show than for reading, and self-important Twitter threads filled with borrowed wisdom masquerading as insight. But true depth isn't performance. It isn't something you wear, it's something you endure. Sigma males don't feign depth. They embody it. Their silence is not a manufactured mystery. It's a result of years of reflection, pain, and internal growth. Their withdrawn nature isn't a style choice. It's a result of broken trust, disappointment, and a long road to self-mastery. Where others craft an image of being deep to gain admiration, the Sigma cultivates depth in solitude, away from validation. This is where imitators fail. They can mimic the aesthetic, the brooding stares, the minimalist lifestyle, the quiet mystique, but they crumble under the weight of what real depth requires. True emotional resilience demands facing inner demons, sitting with discomfort, and choosing growth over escapism. That's a path few are willing to walk. Sigma males don't disappear profound. They've earned it in silence, through scars, and by facing truths most people run from. 4. They operate outside the social contract. The unspoken rules most follow. Most people don't realize it, but society is governed by an unspoken agreement, a social contract built on fitting in, following steps, and not disturbing the norm. The idea is simple. Play by the rules, and you'll be accepted. Seek approval. Follow the crowd. Don't challenge the status quo. And in return, you'll receive praise, inclusion, and perceived security. But the Sigma male doesn't buy into that. He doesn't seek approval. He doesn't care for hierarchical pecking orders. He doesn't sacrifice his integrity to gain popularity or belong to a group. His compass is internal. His loyalty is to truth, not to tradition or popularity. As a result, he often walks alone. He's admired from a distance. Some praise his independence. Others quietly envy it, but very few truly stand beside him. Why? Because to truly walk with Sigma male means to abandon the familiar script, to unlearn the rules society drilled into us, and to embrace a path that offers no applause. That's a price most aren't willing to pay. Imitators often try to fake detachment. They'll pretend not to care about likes, validation, or fitting in, but behind their posture lies an aching need to be noticed. The Sigma's life doesn't require permission, and that frightens people who still live by approval. 5. They don't need a pack, and that's a problem for those who do. The myth of the lone wolf. It's easy to claim independence when you're surrounded by friends, colleagues, and followers. Many people call themselves lone wolves until the applause fades, until their inbox is empty, or until they find themselves celebrating a win in complete silence. That's when the facade breaks. That's when they realize they weren't independent. They were simply temporarily isolated. Sigma males are different. They don't need a pack, not because they reject people, but because they've trained themselves to survive and thrive without external support. They've built the emotional infrastructure to face life alone, to process pain without a therapist on speed dial, to validate their wins without needing someone to cheer, and to make decisions without a committee. This kind of self-sufficiency is rare and uncomfortable to witness. It makes others question their own strength. Could they truly stand alone if needed? Could they navigate hardship without someone telling them it's going to be okay? Most people can't handle that silence, that autonomy, or that much personal responsibility. And instead of confronting it, they often judge a Sigma male because he reflects what they lack. 6. They don't sell their identity, so people try to steal it. Authenticity as a rare currency. In a world where everyone carefully crafts their image, curating every post, every photo, and every word to fit the latest trends or gain approval, the Sigma male stands as a raw, unfiltered anomaly. He doesn't bend or reshape himself to fit the mold society demands. He doesn't rebrand his personality to attract likes or followers. Whether anyone is watching or not, he shows up as exactly who he is, consistent, genuine, and unapologetically authentic. This kind of authenticity is incredibly rare and valuable, almost like a precious currency that others desperately want but cannot create themselves. Because he doesn't package his identity for applause or social validation. It can't be bought, sold, or duplicated. Enter the imitators. They spot this quiet confidence, this natural self-possession, and try to capture it for themselves. They attempt to bottle it, mimic it, and sell it as their own brand or image. Yet, no matter how much they try, the true Sigma energy eludes them. It was never crafted for show or popularity, but forged through real self-acceptance and inner strength. You can copy the surface, but you can't fake the core. 7. Their respect can be bought, only earned. The Sigma's unshakable standards. In today's world, respect often feels like a transaction, something exchanged for status, charm, wealth, or social proof. People chase likes, titles, and followers, hoping these will buy them the admiration they crave. But the Sigma male operates on a fundamentally different principle. His respect is not for sale and cannot be bartered with superficial wins or flashy displays. He sees through the noise. You could be the richest person in the room, the one with the largest social media following, or the loudest voice demanding attention. But if your energy feels hollow or insincere, he will see right through it and quietly disengage. His respect is reserved only for those who demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity, who live with unwavering integrity, and who embody real self-mastery rather than just pretending to. This discerning nature unsettles many. Imitators often believe that by acting stoic, dropping the right buzzwords, or adopting a cool demeanor, they will earn the Sigma's approval. But respect isn't granted for performance. It's earned through genuine strength of character, persistence, and authenticity. 8. Their journey looks cool until you try walking it. The illusion of the Sigma lifestyle. From an outsider's perspective, the Sigma male's life seems enviable. No drama, no fake friendships, complete freedom to chart his own course without bending to societal pressures. It looks like the ultimate expression of independence and control. The image is alluring, a solitary figure standing apart from the chaos, calm and unshaken. But the reality behind this image is far more complex and challenging. The Sigma male's path is often marked by rejection from those who expect conformity, misunderstanding from people who can't relate to his mindset, and profound solitude, the kind that carries real weight. This solitude is not glamorous. It demands confronting inner doubts, enduring loneliness without the comfort of constant companionship, and continually choosing self-reliance even when it's difficult. Most imitators want the image, the sleek, Sigma lifestyle aesthetic, without the emotional toll it takes to live it authentically. When they encounter the actual hardships behind the facade, they bail. They give up because they aren't prepared for the internal battles, the sacrifices, and the relentless self-discipline the journey truly requires. 9. They don't just think differently. They value thinking differently. The Sigma male's mindset is not about rebelling simply to attract attention or gain social points. Instead, it's rooted in a sincere commitment to cutting through the noise and distractions of everyday life in search of truth and clarity. Unlike imitators who often disagree with others just to appear edgy or challenge ideas without a meaningful foundation, the Sigma male approaches thinking with genuine depth. He questions everything, including his own beliefs, and is willing to change his mind when presented with solid evidence, setting aside ego and pride. His goal is not to seek validation or approval, but to achieve real understanding. This kind of critical thinking and intellectual honesty can never be faked or mimicked superficially. It must be earned through ongoing reflection and self-awareness. 10. Their lifestyle isn't flashy enough to inspire unity. In a world where most people connect and rally around loud drama, trending topics, or shared enemies, the Sigma male's quiet approach often goes unnoticed by the masses. Unlike those who thrive on grand announcements, social media battles, or performative victories designed to gather followers and create movements, the Sigma male operates in silence. He has no desire to lead crowds or play the social games that build unity through spectacle. As a result, he tends to have few true allies because his path is inherently solitary. Meanwhile, imitators might copy the surface, the look or attitude, but they fail to replicate the discipline, restraint, and deliberate silence that define real independence. True self-reliance is not a team sport. It is a deeply personal journey that few are willing or able to follow. 11. They don't need to be seen, which makes them magnetic. The paradox of the Sigma male's presence is that he doesn't seek attention, doesn't perform for validation, and doesn't dress or act to impress others. Yet people are naturally drawn to him. There is a magnetic quality in someone who is genuinely indifferent to approval, whose confidence and calm come from within rather than external validation. Imitators often try to replicate this presence by pretending not to care, posting deep quotes while still craving likes and attention, or copying a silent demeanor without truly enduring solitude. However, real presence cannot be manufactured. It is a result of self-sufficiency, inner peace, and the strength to stand alone. And this authenticity shines through in ways that cannot be faked. Final words. The price of being real in a world of performers. If you identify as a Sigma male, understand that your authenticity will attract imitators and invite misunderstanding. You will often walk alone, not because you choose isolation out of bitterness, but because your path demands it. This solitude is not a weakness. It is proof of your genuine independence. While many claim to desire freedom, most fear the sacrifices it requires. The lonely nights, the lack of constant reassurance, the absence of a cheering crowd. You have already paid that price. That is why others can mimic your style or attitude but will never truly be you. So stay quiet, stay sharp, and stay unapologetically real. The world desperately needs people like you, even if it pretends otherwise. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.